Jasmine Crockett went on CNN to recap some of the madness from the hearing we covered yesterday, where she absolutely torched Marjorie Taylor Greene in response to her once again stepping out of line. So I thought we could cover it as sort of a follow-up, starting with the question of, was Marjorie possibly drunk?
So one of your colleagues, Jamie Raskin, actually suggested that some members might have been drinking. Others have said that as well, making that suggestion. That's a pretty serious allegation. Do you think that that played a factor here?
I think with Marjorie Taylor Greene, it doesn't require alcohol for her to be unhinged. I'll be perfectly honest.
Now, I personally wouldn't doubt it. They all went to play dress up at the Trump trial, pushed the hearing to the last possible second to do so, and Marjorie isn't necessarily a beacon of professionalism in any regard, but it's also hilariously true. As Jasmine said, she's just unhinged. It's not like she needs a drink to go batshit crazy. She was probably sober when she talked about Jewish space lasers, so I mean, who really knows, right?
But Michelle Obama famously said, when they go low, we go high. Are those days basically over?
I don't know that we can even call this a low. I mean, she goes to hell, and then I do my best to remind her as to why she should not cross me.
I think with the new lows that MAGA is going to between racism, xenophobia, misogyny, the long list of isms, those days have to be over. Every inch you give them, they're going to attempt to take a mile, and they quite literally feed off those moments because they can't feed off their policies. They clip the unprofessionalism, the degrading comments, the owning the libs, and they fundraise off of it and post it on social media because that's what MAGA rallies behind, not legislative success, only to then turn around and those same people try to play civility politics when the left claps back. I'm done with the left trying to be held to a higher moral standard than the right. She said, Marjorie, that is, has said degrading things about the black community, immigrants, the Holocaust. She directly insulted Jasmine over fake eyelashes, of which I don't even think she was wearing. And if she was, they were just the normal kind, not long ones or anything like that. So it was literally just a stereotypical black person jab. And all you see in the comments from right-wingers is how unprofessional Jasmine was. But no comments towards Marjorie's comment that started it. They're just like, yeah, no, she was right. It was the fake eyelashes. It's almost like they're just holding the black lady to a different standard. Wonder why.
When you described Greene in this request for clarification as a bleached blonde, bad-built butch body, which I had to look at my notes to read, any regrets about that kind of language, especially given that you were trying to make a point, frankly, about decorum in the hearing room?
I have no regrets, and I'll tell you why. Because Marjorie Taylor Greene is the type of person that if you give her an inch, she'll take a mile. And the fact that they continue to allow her to break the rules of decorum over and over and over, whether it's the State of the Union that the president is delivering and she's wearing a MAGA hat, or otherwise.
Again, she is exactly right here. Marjorie Taylor Greene has interrupted and interjected to Biden's State of the Union for 2 years straight. She showed up this year, decked out in MAGA gear, screaming Laken Riley, a name that she never mentions anymore, by the way, just to disrupt. She made a direct comment at Jasmine first about her eyebrows. She was interrupting the high-ranking member Raskin during his time. Nobody checks her. She doesn't get the gavel from Comer because, they're both MAGA. But when Jasmine does it, literally just as to make a point of how Marjorie's getting away with the decorum, it's too far. And also it was because Jasmine mentioned Trump has 88 charges and has been found liable for sexual assault. And they said, you're engaging in attacking personalities, can't do that. But then nobody said that to Marjorie when she directly attacked her appearance. So then Jasmine was just saying, okay, so if we're going after appearances, we're allowed to do that. It's not her fault that Marjorie Taylor Greene looks like Titan from the anime. I don't know. It's exactly why you can't give credence to these MAGA snowflakes who want to act like civility matters when it's them that's getting owned, when it's the left just destroying the right and there's no response. Tell them to cry a river and choke on it, because those same people will turn around and call immigrants leeches and criminals. They'll label black people unintelligent or ghetto, say trans people are trash. So no, they don't deserve any respect. And I'm all for the movement where we stop pretending that we have to give it to them.